Others come out of confessional and sit in the pews, and I'm just sitting there kind of thinking, wondering about what's going on. And I noticed when they come out, they're not just, idle or sitting around or looking around like me, but they're praying, and they're praying in a specific direction. Again, this is describing what for many Catholics is very normal, but for me it was like this very strange, almost I felt like I was Steve Irwin in some strange foreign environment inspecting, the wild creatures I didn't know. And so they're gazing up at the altar, on which I see this big, shiny gold thing with and I look close, I'm like, it's a communion wafer. Oh, interesting. And I didn't know what a monstrance was. I'd never heard that word. I had never heard of the practice of adoration, but found myself in adoration.
Okay.
And what's beautiful, these oratories of St. Philip Neri basically have confession and adoration almost around the clock. They're a really beautiful order of brothers, yeah. In any case, in that moment, Christ just gave me a really special gift. And in many ways, my whole life since then is just one drawn-out thanksgiving for what he did in this moment. And it's almost like this moment and day is like just as present to me now as it was. How long ago was this? This is 11 years ago now, right?
Wow.
Almost 11 years. So I'm looking up at the monstrance, and I realized, it's a communion wafer. And I remember thinking to myself consciously, Catholics believe that Jesus is really present in the Eucharist, right? But in that moment, there was another thought that wasn't mine, right? But was just words that I believe came straight from Christ to my heart, not in my ears audibly, but clearly in my heart, in what some theologians might call like an imaginative or intellectual locution is the word for it, where like Christ just speaks to you. It is clear, but it may not be physically, literally in your ears. Right? And he said, Christ said to me, I am always here for you. I am always here for you. Right? And a number of other really bizarre things happened for me that day, and then on every following day that I just couldn't shake. Right? So I could not stop thinking about this. It was just like the idea and image of Christ and his presence in the Blessed Sacrament, in the monstrance, body, blood, soul, divinity, like was impressed upon me so deeply. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Right? Couldn't shake it.